Welcome back. Build the Enterprise-D from Fanhome. We are on stage 76 out of book 20. Hopefully everyone is having a good... Ooh, I need to sharpen the old Wahoo Killer. Having a good day. I am filming this on Labor Day. Have a nice little relaxing day for some. If you have the day off. What is Labor Day even celebrating? Something about the labor workforce? I don't know. Someone post in the comments what is the story behind federal holiday for Labor Day. Other than another day that Stephen Bush tries to go to the post office and realizes it's closed. Or the bank, it's closed. Good old Stephen Bush. Alright, what do we got here? We got a piece of the skeletal structure. Going to go on our saucer section. Let's get set up here. This one shouldn't be too bad. We got a couple of light cables. Come on down. Okay. Looks like we got some BM screws and some AM screws. Ooh, good. We got a window panel. That's nice. Better than the single windows. And some FM screws. These two electrical or light cables look like they're the same. We're going to take the bulb portion and splay out these leads, 90 them. Like that. And let's see, let me make sure I got this oriented correctly. How does this go? I think we're supposed to be like this according to the instructions. Yeah, that follows the curve of the saucer. We have a bracket location here for a bulb, or a slot for a bulb there. This one going to come up through here, and it looks like it's going to lay in place right there. We're going to use one of these. Are these the same? Yep, both marked L. Let's come down a little bit better. And what are we going to use here? Some AM screws. Let me get that. Oh, M for metal. So we are going to want to, you guessed it, dip the tip in some oil. I use the 3-in-1. Got some staged up in a little tray I've been working with. Came from a previous pack. Dip the tip, get that ready. I'll set that right there very carefully. Ooh, if I whisper it won't fall off. Now this bracket piece, this thing's gotta go on it and hold that LED in place. Oh man, this type of work is not easy for my sausage fingers. Come on. Am I gonna have to get some tweezers for this? What's going on here? Is that how it goes? No, it's not. I totally was about to do that completely wrong. I need to rotate this 90 so it lays in like this. Because this bracket, wherever it flew off to, is going to hold the wire piece down the wire leads down. That's what's going to hold this thing in place. I'll give you an up-close look at what it's going to look like after I'm done finger banging this thing. Sorry, I shouldn't use that type of language. It's a family-friendly show on the YouTubes. Okay, this is what it looks like. Cool. Now we're gonna do something similar over here with the other LED. Splay this out. 90. And how in the heck is this happening here? What the heck? Can you make sense of this? How this bulb actually, it's like magic in the picture. It's not gonna work that way. There's no way. So they show this portion of the wire underneath this metal piece. There's no way to magically make this morph in there the way they're showing it. What the heck? How in the heck is this supposed to go in here? Maybe it's supposed to be like that. I want to do it like this and then wind up cutting the wire. If it gets smashed on something, I don't know. Ridiculous. I thought this was going to be easy, but see how those wires magically go underneath the metal frame? Impossible. I'm going to try it like this maybe. Could be an issue later, but we'll try it. Stage up my screw. Gonna dip the tip. Get this guy out. Oh man. Got serious, I got quiet. Start that. I just don't get it. This is not working. There we go. Got a message from Starfleet. Okay, this is not freaking working out at all. Better. I think that might be it. Get this down tight enough on the screw. That's it. I do believe. Okay, well, this is how I have it running. So the wires are actually on top, but there's this little groove there. I don't know. That's the only way I could see to do it. Unless I ran. Makes no sense. Okay, well, that's how we're going to try it. I guess worst case scenario, it has to come back out later. I've just made this way too long. I'll have to snip some of that probably. Oh man, it's totally going in a different spot than I thought on the saucer. So we are going on this side over here. Where does this wire go? Guess it just hangs out here for now, actually. Okay. Alright, so this wire is going to hang out. This one go like that. Got to get this underneath this little spot right there somehow. There we go. Finally got it in. There's some wires here. Just make sure I'm not smashing them. And make sure I don't have that caught. Make sure this wires are clear. Alright, I think that's going to work out. I think that's correct. Up top here. So the way I did it, I think, is the way it's got to go. And there's a wire here. Gosh, so many wires that just kind of get You'll make sure you kind of get them pushed down and they're not pinched as best you can. That's such a terrible design on these wires. It's insane. Okay. Enough blabby blabby. I think we've got it. There we go. Setting in place. Now we need about a bazillion FM screws. First we need one AM screw down here in the corner. So this corner piece that we had to tuck under, that's an AM screw. We were just working with these AMs. So I'm going to do that one first. Dip the tip in the oil. Snug that down. Then we have, okay. So this bottom row here is FM. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4 FMs. I'm going to do those first. Or next, I should say. So FM. They're a little bit beefier. Load up my screwdriver and of course dip the tip in the oil. Again, as you're going along, make sure you just try to make sure you're not crushing any cables. FM screw number 2. FM screw number 3. Got to give it some pretty decent down pressure here too. I do have a towel underneath this. This mat, hobby mat, can scuff up your finish on your panels. So just be careful. At least we're not having to flip the saucer over back and forth like we were earlier in the build 55 times. Okay, FMs are in. Now we're going to switch to BMs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe 8 BM screws. Let me open the BMs up. A little bit smaller, but metal. We're going to dip the tip each time. I'm going to work my way through these. BM screw number 2. Tip is dipped. Lower this down a little bit. What are we doing? BM screw number 3. Tip is dipped in the oil. Gotta double check all the wires. We're still good. A little coffee time. Move the light over. Gosh, now I really can't see. I got this light lamp head in my way. Dip the tip. What is that, number 4? Go, snug down. BM screw number 5, and it's trying to come off my screwdriver. John Solar. Oh, we got it. Number 6, BM. BM. You gotta have a lot of down pressure on these. Otherwise your screw head tries to strip out. Just making sure you're pushing down hard enough to cut through the thread, cut its own threads basically. Terrible design, but hey, it is what it is. We are committed. Thank you, Fanhome, for I will give props to Fanhome for taking over the Eaglemoss, because those of us that started with Eaglemoss on this build, we were just up the creek. I'd almost in frustration almost like decided to almost threw out my stuff when I moved last time into my current temporary location. But I had it in a box still, and Fanhome saved the day. So that is nice. So props to Fanhome for that. They are using everything as, all the kits are as Eaglemoss originally built them, I do believe. I don't know if they may have made some slight tweaks, but so we're dealing with an Eaglemoss design. Whenever I'm complaining about that engineering, I guess I'm really complaining about Eaglemoss, which is now defunct. But Eaglemoss did bring me my DeLorean as well, so some pretty cool stuff. That is in. Are we done? No, we're not done with this yet. We're not done with this yet. We gotta plug in some lights here. Okay, what the heck are they talking about? Locate first of 2 formation LEDs 58E fittings in stage 58. I really hate that. So I gotta try to figure out what I did in stage 58. Tuck it under the edge of the lower skeleton and numbers. Skeleton 6. 76A is shown. Okay, it's this one. Okay, that was easy. Located. Let me so this one was just hanging out over here. It already had routed underneath everything, luckily. Okay. So they want to make sure we're tucking this guy underneath here, probably in preparation for the next skeletal piece, so we don't forget about it. And let me kind of show you what we're dealing with here. So we just put this skeletal piece on. Each one of these has a little, so the other one is going to sandwich underneath this hole. No matter what I do with the lighting, it feels like I'm blind. But as far as this camera goes, I need a better camera or better lighting. So I'm gonna tuck under there. I'm making this way too hard. So I think they just want to make sure this is tucked under there. So I'm sure it'll pop out on me. I'll just have to make sure I double check that later. Whenever we get to that point, spend enough time on that. I'm moving on. Our 2 LED lights, I need to plug those in to this bus board here, and they're going to go here and here, these 2 smaller ones. Sockets marked B on PCB 3, keeping them threaded through the skeletal as shown. I really hope I did this okay. So these two cables we just put in, this one here, well, it's barely going to reach. It's going to stretch out and plug in right there. Make sure I'm doing this, orient it right so I don't break my connector like last time. Whenever the time was, I did break it. Had to glue it back. There we go. Oh, this board's a little loose. Did I do that intentionally? I can't remember. Don't remember. Am I making a mistake by tightening this screw down? There we go. That's snug down. I don't remember if I had these kind of loose for a reason or if I just thought they were tight and they weren't. Okay. That's better. I don't want to smash the board, so I need to just stop. As I do it a little bit more. Okay, that's good enough. Stop messing with it. Where's the other one? We had this one right here. And I'm going to feed it through here. And I'm going to plug it into the next one. That plugged in. It's super easy. Let's check our lights. Hey, they work. These are the two we just put in. Everything else is still working. Got our flashies. Okay. I guess worst case scenario, if that becomes an issue, I just pull that bracket out and try to feed it up under. I don't know. That's just the way it looks to me. We done? Nope. Fitting bank of battle section windows. Okay, that's dumb. Alright, so our last step, grabbing this piece of the battle section here. Battle section. Star drive. If anyone sees this and they care, Gene Roddenberry had, even on the original series, had an idea for the saucer separation on the original ship. They never did it. They talked about it, sorta, but he did call the secondary hull the star drive in his in one of his writings, which I have from that time period. So it's not just a next generation thing. What am I doing? Put the screwdriver down. This window piece, I love these. So this piece is going to go fit in here like that, and it's just going to, I wish they were all like that. It's just going to chill like a Ville until we're ready for it. Set it to the side. We're done. 76. There we go, stage 76. In the history books, I made that way more longer and complicated than it should have been. Thanks for watching, hanging out. We're getting there. We're getting there. Boom.